Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and for this video, I wanted to be as transparent and honest as possible. So I don't have a lot of notes, a whole script. I only have some bullets I actually want to get to and so on. So in this video, I'll give you 10 things I wish I knew before I went to college and graduated. Now, this right here is basically my degree, okay? Cool thing, right? And I think I graduated it's called summa cum laude. I think that means I did really good in college and so on. But I went to school and I got a degree in accounting. And honestly, I have never used this entire degree for an actual employer. Meaning I never actually worked for anybody else as an accountant. I only use these skills for myself in my business. And today, I've actually hired a CPA to take care of my business because basically, I don't really like doing all that stuff, okay? So that's the whole idea here. So for this video, the goal is not to say, hey, don't go to college. The goal is to say, hey, here's what you should know before you make the decision to go to college. Because guess what? College costs a lot of money. And college, a lot of the times, is not worth it for a lot of people. So that's the goal for this video. Now, if you guys are new here, I post videos every single day on this channel. So make sure to also subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. And on top of that, also destroy the like button. Now, the very first thing you guys need to know is this, okay? Most people that go to college and get a degree do not end up actually using that degree. Now, a study was done, well, statistics show that basically only around 27% of people that go to college and get a degree actually get a job that's actually in that field. Meaning, I go to college, I spend 4 years, $80,000, graduate student loan debt, and I still don't use the degree. So that's the whole thing. So make sure you understand that, hey, college is not just, hey, the option for you, the safe option, the safe route. No, in reality, it's a route that most people go to because everyone says so, follow the herd, but then you end up not actually using the entire degree. So just don't go because everyone else is doing it. The point is you want to go to make sure you're actually going to use whatever you're going to use. And most people don't. And that's a big waste of money. Now, the second thing I wish I knew was this. Pay your loans and apply for a lot of scholarships if you're going to go to college, okay? That's the whole idea. You know, when I was in high school, they made it seem like, hey, the only way to go to college is to basically graduate with a bunch of debt. Why? Because basically all my teachers, my counselors, everyone was still in debt 10 years later. I did not comprehend that. And they make it seem like, hey, that's the only way to do it, okay? You gotta get some debt. But in reality, if you go to the right college, community college first and a private 4-year school later, whatever it is, the answer is usually you don't have to get into a lot of debt. And if you're in college, you have a job, and you apply for every single scholarship under the sun, the answer is you're going to get a lot of free money. Imagine this, guys, okay? When I was in college, I signed up for a 10-minute scholarship, okay? It was a 10-minute scholarship in accounting, and I got $10,000. That means in 10 minutes, I made $10,000 in free money. That's how it is, okay? So you gotta apply for a bunch of different scholarships, okay? Because you're a minority, because you're a certain color, because you're right-handed, other than left-handed. There are a lot of different scholarships out there, and you want to apply for every single one. The goal is to go to college and graduate 100% debt-free. That's the goal there. On top of that, number 3, self-development. You don't want to basically just, hey, sit there, listen to the teacher, and that's it. No, the answer is you want to learn beyond what they teach you. You want to develop yourself further, and not just academically, but also financially, also from a ton of people point of view, okay? That's the whole idea. Not just, hey, like school was always like cool for me, but it was never like the only thing in my mind, right? You have friends, relationships with other people, you know, like girls and stuff like that. But, you know, the whole point is like you develop yourself also. That's the whole goal. It's not just about good grades, but it's about connections, internships, and also self-development. Number 4, trade jobs are actually good. Trade school is actually good. When I was in college, they made it seem like going to trade school or getting a trade job was like the lowest thing possible. You know, like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be like a mechanic, or you're gonna be like somebody else that kind of like makes a lot more money than I do, but they didn't have to spend that much money in college. Yeah, I kind of want to be that, okay? So the answer is you want to explore all the trade jobs out there, all the licenses out there. That way, you don't gotta go to a 4 or 6 year school to then figure out exactly, hey, maybe I don't want to use the degree. Trade jobs make a lot of money. They can make it between $40,000 to $60K to $80K. So there's a lot of money to be made there. So don't just say, hey, trade jobs are not an option. No, maybe college is not an option, okay? That's the whole idea here. And by the way, I'm not the person that's going to sit here and say, hey guys, I make a lot of money. I went to college, so don't go to college. I could have made this money. The answer is no. College is good depending on what you're going to study, okay? It's a great route if you know exactly what you're going to study, and if you're going to pay for it while you're there also. So when you graduate, you don't graduate with a bunch of debt. Now, number 5, parties, alcohol, and also drugs. They're not like a cool thing, okay? Like, you know, when people, like when you watch movies, right? And when you hear about people's life and stuff like that, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna try out everything, because college is all about trying things out. In reality, there's certain things you just have no business trying out, you know? And thankfully, I'm not a party person. I can't stand being like in the middle of a lot of noise and not hearing what the other person is saying. What's the point of being there? I can't stand that. On top of that, like the whole and like the whole other like drug stuff, that's not my thing. And by the way, people think that, hey, if I do this in college, I won't do it after I graduate. No, you might become an addict to that stuff, and it might cause a whole bunch of problems, and that's not what you want. So when you're in college, think about, hey, I'm here for business. I'm not here to take parts. I'm here to conquer. I'm here to basically well, it's not that serious, okay? But overall, you're there for business. You're there to get something you actually want, walk away, get some money, and make some very high quality friends, okay? That's the whole idea. But you're not there to be like, oh, I want to do things I never done before, like this and this weird stuff and this. No, that's like a movie thing, and in real life, that can end up with a lot of drawbacks that you basically don't want. Now, number 6, the school you go to is important, but it's not $60,000 important. When I was in high school, guys, I was obsessed with this school. It's called Baruch in New York, and I till this day I think the school is great or whatever. But I came to find out when I went to this college, by the way, because basically they didn't accept me. The teacher I had for accountant actually went to Baruch and said, Tommy, Baruch is cool, but it's not all that, okay? It's just a college, okay? If you can be here, you have a scholarship, you have financial aid, you make money, pay everything off, just stay here. It's the same thing. Although it might be tougher, you might make better connections, but overall, it doesn't make sense to go to this fancy school to graduate with a bunch of debt. It's not going to be that 5 to 6 figure difference that you actually think it's going to be. It's not. Usually, it's not. I know people that got master's degree from very fancy schools. I think my accountant graduated from a nice, actually no. She actually graduated from a standard school and makes a ton of money as a CPA and didn't have to go to Harvard or whatever other school there is out there. No, usually the guideline is you go to community college first to get all the prerequisites first for cheap. Then you go to, once you're done with that, you go to the 4-year school to basically graduate in 2 years with whatever you actually want to graduate as, okay? That way, you don't have to get in a bunch of debt taking courses you can take somewhere else for cheaper. In my college, it was like around like $300 or $700 per credit, and every class was 3 credits. How the heck are you supposed to afford that? And books were like super expensive. The answer is no. Go to community college first, get all the prerequisites first for cheap, and then go to the school you want to get to basically practice your career and so on and so on. That way, you do things a lot more cheaper and apply for every single scholarship under the sun. It's not about where you go. It's about how you do things, okay? That's the whole idea. Now, number 7, dorming and out-of-state college is not as cool as you probably think it is. Now, initially, I wanted to go upstate, okay, for college, you know, be there, dormant and stuff like that. But I saw, hey, you know what? This college is very expensive. Staying here is very expensive. Usually, the best thing is, hey, if your parents allow it, if they're cool parents, nothing toxic, just stay at home, okay? Stay at home. That's free. You go to college, you get a job, you get scholarships, you graduate debt-free, you get a good job, and that's awesome, okay? But going to school just because, hey, I want to live on my own. Maybe, you know, it sounds like pretty cool and stuff, but you're also paying for all that stuff, okay? I've never met an adult that has said, hey, I wish I had moved out sooner. Usually say, hey, I wish I would have taken a little longer and save up more money so then I could be in a better place today. Okay, take advantage of what your parents are giving you and offering you, because that's awesome, okay? Now, number 8, guys, going to college is not enough. Now, what does that mean? When you hear college students saying, hey, I got all A's, you know, I graduated summa cum laude. That means I got a lot of A's, okay? But overall, that's not what it's all about. College is about 3 things: connections, internships, and also self-development. Meaning, when you're there, you gotta connect with people. You cannot be like a loner. It's like being around people that want exactly what you want and not connecting with them and taking advantage of that. The answer is no. You gotta make connections with all those people. Eventually, that will be your network. So whenever you don't have a job, you can reach out to them and they say, hey, my company has an opening. You want me to talk about it for you? So on and so on. On top of that, internships. If you're graduating with good grades, all that stuff, cool. But if you graduate with no experience whatsoever, not so cool. Internships will help you a ton because it tells the employer, hey, this person actually went out there, got an internship, and learned more about the day-to-day of this job. Actually did it, okay? Because you can only learn so much from a book. And number 9, more degrees do not equal more money. Meaning, I always thought, hey, I need to get a master's here, maybe a second master's, all this stuff, double major, blah, blah, blah. In reality, more degrees don't equal more money. And at the end of the day, what's the point of going to college, spending like 8 years or 6 years to do something that you actually don't want to do, okay? That's the whole, I have an uncle, right? He has over 6 to 7 different degrees, guys. Not a joke, okay? Different degrees, master's degree, bachelor's degree, and everything. But then again, he's a professor and got most of these right here for free. However, the point is, he does not make more money than I do, or my uncle does. And my other uncle went to college and dropped out. Okay, so the point is, more degrees don't equal more money, and more money doesn't equal happiness. Okay, so although you might say, I want to make a lot of money, but in reality, if you hate the job, what's the point of getting that money? Okay, make sure what you actually do, you actually enjoy, you like, and you're good at. That's the whole idea. And don't get degrees just to add them to a collection. It's not a collection, okay? Make sure what you're getting, you're going to use, okay? That's the whole idea there. Spending $88,000 in a degree that you're not going to use is not the best idea. Now, number 10, and the last thing here is, college does not equal real experience, okay? So, again, you got to go out there and try different things out while you're in college. And my advice is this, guys, okay? If I could do everything over, I'll probably do it the exact same way because honestly it turned out great for me. But overall, the idea is, if I could do everything over from a perspective, I would go to like community college first, right? Get all those prerequisites. And then I would go to the 4-year school and pick a degree I actually like, okay? And actually is gonna make me money. Like do research on it. Like accounting is a great degree. Doing business management is not. Doing psychology is not. Doing something that's actually super weird is not. Theater, no, right? You got to pick something that's actually going to make you money by going to labor statistics and seeing exactly which jobs pay the most money and also basically you might enjoy and you're actually good at. That's the whole idea there. And once I graduated, I go and I do that job, okay? That's the whole idea. And while I'm there doing that job, I'm saving up money, making sure I'm okay, I have passive income coming in, but that's the whole goal, guys. And those are 10 things I wish I knew before I went to college. Because if things did not go okay for me, I could have ended up like some of my friends with like $60K in student loan debt for a degree they're not actually using. And that's not what I want for you. I'm pretty sure that's not what you also want for yourself. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching this video. Any questions, any ideas, comment down below. Let me know. I make videos every day, so basically I can make a video tomorrow about the idea you gave me down below. On top of that, also, if you're new here, like this video if you liked it. On top of that, also, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. And if you want to text me or talk to me one-on-one, join my Patreon, link down below, or send me a DM on Instagram at TommyBryson. And before I go, if you want to watch a full video on basically trade jobs, the best ones out there to pay the most money, here's a video right here. And click my face right here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.